Hello, and thank you for joining my podcast. I really appreciate you uh, watching and listening to what I have to say. It means a lot to me. And again, a friendly reminder, as always, please hit the like button and the subscribe button so I can continue to bring you episodes and information and share with you things from my life that are related to current events and kind of show you how I base my opinions. So today I'm going to talk about legal immigration because there is always this talk about immigrants and the increased number of immigrants and all these things. And I'm not talking about illegal immigration. I'm talking about legal immigration, the people that came to this country legally and are actually working and contributing to the economy. And I just want you to know that a good number of legal immigrants that come to this country generally are doctors or, they have nursing degrees or law degrees. I understand not all of them are able to practice in this country, but they do take jobs, fulfill jobs that the average American doesn't want today. So they work in, like as a caregiver, jobs like that, entry level jobs, even though they are way over qualified. So I want you to keep that in mind and how they benefit this country, and they pay taxes from the get-go. And I used my example. I came to the U.S. in 1998, and I've been working since then, and I've been contributing to this economy. I served in the United States Army for 22 and a half years. I've been on unemployment once in that entire time. You're talking about a 38-year period. I've been on unemployment once, and it was for a brief time between jobs. So that is really the story of most legal immigrants in this country. So they come here and they benefit the economy, they benefit the society. And yes, the majority of them, do assimilate in this country, and they love the American culture, kind of like me, and they learn English and everything that they need to do to survive. So not everybody comes here and lives in a shell or in a bubble like sometimes the media or certain people online try to project to you that they live in a bubble or communities or something like that, that to that effect. But generally, people that are similar culturally from a certain region of the world, they kind of flock together a little bit. They have neighborhoods where they all like to buy houses next to each other so they can visit and whatnot. But those neighborhoods are not exclusively, in this case, in my case, I'll talk about the Middle Eastern community. Those neighborhoods are not exclusively Middle Eastern. So, there is like a large number of them maybe concentrated in, say, Dearborn, Michigan, or Anaheim, California, but that doesn't mean they took over that city and now it's strictly Middle Eastern city. And they all own businesses or their kids went to school, got good jobs. For example, uh, I'll use the Middle Eastern community because that is where I'm originally from. The United States, in the United States, percentage of people with college degrees is roughly about 20% of the population. When you look at the Middle Eastern communities, you will find out that the college degrees, the percentage of college degree holders in the community goes up to 34%. Um, I know sometimes in America we kind of tend to, like blue collar and blue collar jobs and blue collar workers because they do work hard and they do contribute to this country. But the flip side of that, we do need white collar and we do need college graduates in this country to maintain America's basically advancement and being kind of superior when it comes to the superior technological uh, advantage that we have in this country, the creation of businesses and everything that makes America what it is today, a great, country. Now, I understand people think that, okay, immigrants are taking jobs from people, and in my opinion, the job loss really because it happens not because of immigrants or not, this job loss in America would have happened, and that is due to outsourcing the jobs to foreign countries. So they started earlier in the 70s, the late 70s, the early 80s, moving manufacturing jobs to Asia and India and maybe South America. And then later they found ways with the advancement in technology to move even service jobs to, overseas. Kind of like when I talk about service jobs, I'm talking about, like customer service functions in a bank or a credit card company or, any company that has a call center, basically. Today, rarely do you call a company and that has a call center, a large call center like a bank or a phone company or a travel company like the airlines, or you just go down that list where you would be able to speak to somebody that's actually in the United States. Generally speaking, a lot of the call centers are located in the Philippines and India and some in the Caribbean, and then you have some in South America and Mexico. That's where the jobs are going. So immigrants are not taking American jobs away. American companies are taking jobs away. And again, I'm going to go on my normal rants and talk about Congress. Who's allowing these countries to do this? For example, when I was in the military and I would call the airlines to arrange my travel, when you're in the military, your travel is sensitive information and you may not share it with the public. And, for security reasons, specifically after the events of 9/11. Every time I would call, the airline companies to make changes to my flight or anything, I would get someone in India, basically. So I don't know why Congress allows travel companies that control and have information on American citizens traveling abroad. I don't know why they allow these call centers to be located outside the United States. Right now, if you are um, an American company that's handling, some work where you need your data stored, the vast majority of the companies, the first thing they ask the service provider is, where is your cloud? If the cloud is outside the United States, generally they would say no. You have to have cloud service in the United States. That's for security reasons. So the same way, we need to protect American citizens when they travel by not allowing people in foreign countries to have that information. And then it's compromised, and American citizens can be basically hurt when they're abroad. And I'm not accusing any specific nation or any specific group or anything. I'm just talking in general, the concept of security and protecting Americans when they are traveling. And that's one example of why they shouldn't have call centers. The government should not allow companies and banks to have call centers overseas. Then the banks, the same way, it's your money. You want foreigners to look at your transactions and how you spend money and how people in America, what they like and don't like. Why would you give them That information, that's valuable information. It should be left in this country, not abroad. So that's what I wanted to talk about today because that topic means a lot to me. I hear it all the time on the internet, people complaining about immigration and legal. I'm talking about legal immigrants who waited in line, filled out all the paperwork, qualified to come here under US law. So yeah, protect legal immigration and definitely stop illegal immigration. I'm all for stopping illegal immigration, but legal immigration is good for this country, and people come here legally, they contribute, and that should be preserved, and it should be encouraged in certain situations, like, especially for high skilled labor. But I am against illegal immigration. I am against the H-1B programs that companies, again, get to bring somebody from overseas to work here when they have plenty of talent in this country. I'll tell you what, my opinion is any graduate from any university in America is better than the best graduate from the best university overseas. Okay? That's my opinion. And people can challenge it. You can write comments all you want. But, I stand by what I'm saying. And that's from personal experience. I came to this country. I graduated from American universities. I've been exposed to the education overseas. And then I graduated from here and I have a degree from, and my degrees are from American universities. So I know I can compare between how education is in this country as opposed to overseas. Well, thank you so much for joining me again, and I hope to read your comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.